Sailing across the Atlantic was a dream come true for my next guest. Author Werner Gysi has written A Family of Six at Sea, and I'm pleased to welcome him to Midday. Welcome.
Thank you, Tracy.
What an adventure. How did the idea or motivation for this trip come about?
Well, it was a dream come true, which is what I live for. My whole life is coming together from dreams and visions. So I just needed to do it early enough so I'm not too old. So that's how the thing came to happen. We had still children, and that's what we had to do. We had to take them along and enjoy the trip as much as we did.
Yeah. When did you take this journey? Where did it begin and end?
We started out in Enderby, actually. Drove with the car first for 2 months to find a boat, and never could find anything reasonably priced. So we ended up in Miami after 2 months, and that's where we found the boat, a cement boat, which is not very common but very cheap. So we bought this and took a crash course for 10 days with an experienced skipper. And then he left us on our own with the boat and everything. So we went on, and we had our learning curve, and it was excellent.
How young were the kids?
The youngest was 4 years old, Pascal. Then the next one was Karina at 9, 12 for Anisha, and the oldest was 13, Marcel.
Wow.
So that's the crew, and then of course my wife, Brigitte.
Yeah. Well, obviously she warmed up to the idea, but what did your wife first think when you said, I want to take the kids and you on this boat?
Put it this way, we're still married after 35 years. So yeah, we kind of just took a compromise. She took a compromise and said, okay, I'll come along. And she actually mentions in the book at the end, maybe next time I will take the plane, because she had quite some seasickness, and that was not, you know, the pleasant part of it.
Yeah.
But the children, they will come on any time again. So
yeah.
We really look forward to another trip, actually. I planned in 4 years from now, if everything comes together, I should head off to Australia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
The boat is about to get ready now. So.
Yeah. I was going to ask you about the format of the book. Is it from your perspective mainly, or does the family contribute their own entries?
It is a book written by all six, actually. I wrote it first myself, and then asked the children to contribute. They were then in their teens, and they said, no, it's not interesting to do so. And I said, well, let's wait about a while. And then they were above 20, and most of the three older ones. And then I approached them again, and after a bit of convincing, they said, okay, let's try it. Yeah. So I gave them my story and said, you contribute to this section. And so every chapter now has actually an entry by the children from their memoirs, as well as journal entries.
Okay.
So
yeah. What were some of the things they write about? What were some of the experiences along the way?
Well, there's all kinds of experiences. One time, one of the girls explains how I'm fixing an engine and how bothersome that is. Other stories are just how they got stuck in a washroom or something like that, or anything that was for them important at that time.
Were there any challenges along the way, bad weather, that sort of thing? Yeah,
we had a few desperate moments where you had to overcome your fear and just say, I can do it. That's pretty well what it is.
That's a great lesson for kids, especially.
We stick together pretty good now, yes. Yeah. We're glued together.
Yeah, absolutely. Were there any moments where you were really fearing?
Yes, we had one moment in a terrible storm, not on the ocean, but in a canal, the Delaware. And we had just a terrible time, no vision. The rain poured out of buckets, and freighters coming through that channel as well.
Oh my gosh.
And we never knew where we were because our navigation system wasn't that fancy.
Yeah.
So that was desperate, but we were looked after, so we came out of it.
Yeah. What was the journey?
We started out with the boat in Miami, where we bought it.
Yeah.
Took a run across the Gulf of Mexico to Houston, Texas.
Okay.
Did some repairs on the boat. Went on back to Florida through the locks of the Okeechobee waterways. So about 5 locks to go up and down. And then from there up to New York. Then it got cold. We had to turn around, go south again, till we ended up almost in Miami again.
Wow.
Took a jump to the Bahamas, a short one-day trip, rested there to wait for the best window across the Atlantic, and then took the 5,000 roughly kilometers across to the Azores, which took 23 days.
Wow.
And there we rested because some of the crew was not quite interested to go on.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but after 10 days, I kind of just said, let's go, and we did. And 12 days later, we were in England, Falmouth.
Wow.
Where we arrived safely and stayed 2 months in England, roughly, and then over to Le Havre. That's where pretty well we had to kind of quit financially. It just wasn't feasible anymore, so I looked for a job, and there we are.
Well, what an amazing journey. And we're going to hear a song from you.
That's correct.
Is this tied into the journey?
Yes, the song is about the boat. Of course, all my songs, I have a CD as well, which is...
very nice, very nice.
The same title, The Family of Six at Sea. And I have 10 songs, and then I play one song that's called On the Boat.
Okay.
And I mentioned 6 feet, 6 foot on the deck, and that means we were 6 people. The boat was 36 feet long. 36 divided by 6 comes to 6 feet, and that's what we had to make our home.
Right, right.
So
wow. Cramped.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, take it away.
There we go.
All right.
6 feet on the deck and 6 feet below was all the room there was for each of us to grow. The beaver, where the front waist made the curls, was shared by the 2 girls. The usboard has double beds for mom and dad to rest their heads. Yeah, 6 feet on the deck and 6 feet below was all the room there was for each of us to grow. 6 feet on the deck and 6 feet below was all the room there was for each of us to grow. The little guy lay above across their feet. Yeah. The bird in the saloon to port was the first mate's little sport. Yeah, 6 feet on the deck and 6 feet below was all the room there was for each of us to go. 6 feet on the deck and 6 feet below was all the room there was for each of us to grow. The masts were reaching high and dry, for us they almost touched the sky. The tan bark sails, which curved in the wind, made sure the boat moved if all was well stringed. Yeah, 6 feet on the deck and 6 feet below was all the room there was for each of us to grow. 6 feet on the deck and 6 feet below was all the room there was for each of us to grow. The skipper, sitting on the bench in the back, made sure the sails did not have any slack. Sometimes the smell of fresh bread reached the nose. We all like the smells such as those. Yeah, 6 feet on the deck and 6 feet below was all the room there was for each of us to grow. 6 feet on the deck and 6 feet below was all the room there was for each of us to grow.
Phenomenal. Rockin'. I love it. And people can actually go online to get the book or the CD, right?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Yeah, online or in the bookstores.
Okay. And what's your website?
That's www.gysi, that's G-Y-S-I, G like golf,
Okay.
.ca for Canada.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks so much for coming
thank
today.
you,
Werner Gysi. The book is called The Family of 6 at Sea. You can get the music or the book online. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll have more Midday right after this.